In 2013, I learned about the Camino de Santiago, which is a pilgrimage to Santiago, Spain. There are many routes, and I chose to walk the last 185 miles of the Camino Sinabre, which roughly follows the northern border of Portugal from Zamora to Santiago. It was there that I learned the difference between a hike and a pilgrimage, and where God revealed the reason for my hope. After a lucrative trip to REI, I started a 12-month training program. I ran with my running club and I hiked with the 25-pound pack every Sunday. There were hot days, there were cold days, there were easy days, and there were hard days. I hiked alone and with friends. And finally, in April 2014, I was ready. I flew to Madrid and took the train to Puebla de Sanabria. The first day's route was a little over 19 miles with a 1,000-foot elevation gain. It started off easy with the thrill of the Camino markers and other pilgrims. The trail went up the mountain, but I felt great. The second day was different. The elevation gain was only 900 feet, but it was steep, wet, and slippery. And so it went. There is no flat space in northern Spain. I passed cemeteries, and I knew that's where the pilgrims who fell are buried. One day, I stood at the top of a particularly steep and slippery descent. I cried out, God, this is so hard. I trained so hard, and I feel like I'm only 10% prepared. It was at that moment that I heard God say, and that's how the kingdom of heaven works. Thank you for your ministry. Thank you for your treasure. But that's only 10%. But because my son loved you enough to die for you, he paid the other 90%, and you get to come in. And so I know that one day I will see all of the saints and friends from the Camino de Santiago only because of the hope given to me that day that Jesus loves me.